cause I'ma put the hand on the pine. Touch and down, your mama do the second line. This is your song, tell the DJ put it on. Michael Tyler makes you.
Today we're discussing David Banner. No, not the raging, giant green MCU hero. That's Bruce. Today we're talking about rapper, producer, humanitarian, and actor that has made a name for himself in the hip-hop world. He may never have had major chart-topping mainstream singles, but he is definitely iconic in the game for his overall contributions. Today we're discussing the career of David Banner. What up guys, Ali here and welcome to Ali Talks Music. Add me on Instagram at Ali Talks Music as well. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now let's get into the video. David Banner was born in the 70s in Mississippi.
It ain't about talent, you feel me? And you can't get mad. You know, if you do what you gotta do, they'll spend as much money as they have to on you. You know what I'm saying? And after that, bro, my relationship with all these people been good. I don't get mad. I don't need to get mad. When you get mad, you don't think. And it's about thinking. You know, and once I started understanding that, you know, and then understanding how people feel about Mississippi anyway. So I take that and I flip that into something positive. You know what I'm saying? So now when people think about Mississippi, you know, okay, well, he might be like David Banner.
Raised as the elder son of a district fire chief, David's path into hip-hop was rather different. Not only did he complete high school, but he also attended university, earning a bachelor's degree in business and even proceeding to get halfway through his master's degree in education before he dropped out to pursue rap. I didn't take the name David Banner, though it was given to me because of my temper. I'm the nicest guy that you'll ever meet until I'm pushed. That's when it's on. It's really on. There ain't no coming back. Around 1995, while still in university, David formed a 10-man crew called Stewpot Stowaways. However, the group eventually lost a lot of its members, and eventually the 10-man crew became a duo by the name Crooked Letters. After years of persistence, the duo finally got a deal with the independent record label Penalty Records. They released just one album titled Gray Skies. However, after the album did not perform very well, the group decided to split up. Now, after the failure of Gray Skies, David was determined to find success. He managed to land a solo deal with independent label Big Face Entertainment, and through them he dropped his debut album, Them Firewater Boys Volume 1. The album was exclusively produced by David and was a colossal flop, selling a grand total of 7,000 units. From there, David spent a little bit of time producing music and learned a little bit more about the music industry and what sells, returning around 2003 with a deal with a major label. He had signed with Universal Records and dropped a mixtape titled Underground Volume 1.
We bout our money, man. What about them niggas with you? Y'all acting funny, man.
Around 2003, David dropped his first major label debut in the form of Mississippi, the album. It far outperformed its predecessor and made it to number 9 on the Billboard 200. Once again, David produced the majority of the album, and it spawned the singles Cadillac on 22s and Like a Pimp.
This is your song, tell the DJ put it on. Michael Tyler makes you Cadillac song 22s. I ain't getting nothing in my life but space.
Of the two, Like a Pimp would become one of his most profitable and highest charting singles to date. By the end of the year, David Banner was back at it again as he dropped his second studio album, MTA2, Baptized in Dirty Water. Unlike his previous project, this one did not do so well on the charts and came in at number 69 on the Billboard 200. Once again, Banner took a step back to reevaluate. He returned to production and learned a little bit more about what people actually wanted. Then, 2 years later, he returned with the Wrath of God to drop his best-selling single and album to date in the form of Certified around 2005. The album came in at number 6 on the Billboard 200 and spawned 3 singles, namely Ain't Got Nothing, Play, and Touching. The star of the show was without a doubt Play. It became David's highest charting single to date and earned a gold certification from the RIAA.
Run, girl, I'm trying to get your body wet. Work,
The Whisper song wasn't just a song or a fad. It's actually a new movement that we call intimate club music that DJ Smurf came up with, and mine is like the second installment of it. So ladies, get your towels ready, it's about to go down. Then once again, David took a break from releasing new music. Then around 2008, he returned to it once more. He dropped the album Greatest Story Ever Told, and despite his 3-year break from his last album, it still performed well.
What made you call the new album The Greatest Story Ever Told, you know?
I think my life and all the stuff that I've been through, coming from Mississippi, not having no backing, not really having, I'm talking about from being homeless in New York in the garment district to being homeless in Atlanta, you know, starting a movement, being a part of the Southern movement, you know, reaching the level that it has.
Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
It's like that's the greatest story, man, in hip hop to me. You know, I didn't no uncle. I didn't have nobody to go through to help me get my deal. You know, I had to grind it out, and it started from standing on the corner selling CDs.
It peaked at number 8 on the Billboard 200 and spawned 3 singles, namely 9mm, Get Like Me, and Shorty Say. Get Like Me was ultimately the star of the show. But after this, Banner kinda fell off with rapping. He became focused on other endeavors, like his production and acting career, and his albums never really matched the success of Certified.
Sometimes I forget I'm a producer. So it ain't no excuse for me to have no white beats on my album. I produce. I'm one of the highest.
Certified had more to do with Hurricane Katrina. People forget that Certified dropped the Tuesday that Katrina happened. What you also gotta understand is when I was out there, as much as I was on TV, did you ever hear me talk about Certified? I never did. That wasn't important to me. I thought people were gonna come back and say, damn, David Banner stood up and did the right thing. We gonna support him. People didn't do that. Now around 2010, David Banner started dropping more music, and in that year he collaborated with Ninth Wonder to drop Death of a Pop Star through Big Face.
My rent's due, my baby's sick too. Got a second job, yeah, gotta work there too.
The album did not do very well, and David distanced himself even more from music. From that point onward, all of his music was released independently. 2012 brought the mixtape Sex, Drugs, and Video Games, while 2016 brought his third mixtape Before the Box. 2017 saw the release of his latest album to date, The God Box. And let's just say this project did not do very good in terms of sales.
A lot of black people believe the same things about themselves that white people broadcast and project out to the world. And one of the things is quality. You know, if it's black, it ain't quality. If it's black movie, it's low quality. It's this, it's that. So I wanted to not only change the quality of music, but the quality of the packaging and everything everybody get, like the CD. And 60% of everything that has to do with the God Box, I mean the CD, the tape, everything is by black folks.
Now if we go back to 2005, after Certified was released, David took some time to recover from Hurricane Katrina. He continued to produce music, but also earned credits as a humanitarian for helping those that were affected by the disaster. Through hard work and dedication, David Banner raised over $1 million for the Katrina Relief Fund. He also donated about $50,000 in college scholarships in Mississippi, all of his work for those in need.
You know what I'm saying? Mississippi didn't get nothing. And one thing that I want everybody to understand about the coast of Mississippi, it's gone.
And his hometown specifically wound up winning Banner a Visionary Award in Mississippi around 2006. Now when he won the award, Banner had a lot of haters, and they were like, how can you make gangster music and claim to care about the people simultaneously? Everyone wants to talk about my lyrics, but where were you when I was passing out boxes at Katrina? Where were you when I passed out my own personal shoes? You were not there. When I was there, standing in the water, next to dead children floating in the water, where were you? You were not there. Now while David was building his own solo career, he was also honing his own production skills. Around 2001, he earned his first production credit on the Rough Riders' Rock Bottom.
Son of Cricket, brother of Kevin. Mr. Jones, my mother protected by Smith and Wesson.
After that, he worked with Trick Daddy on Thug Holiday around 2002 and T.I. on Rubber Band Man around 2003. In 2004, he worked with Chingy on All the Way to St. Lou and Manny Fresh on Go With Me, and he also paired up with T.I. once more on Countdown.
What it is, the king back in the building, still stacking and building, still rapping the children.
From there, his credits continued to skyrocket. We won't mention all of them, but he worked with a lot of artists in the game. In 2005, he worked with Chameleonaire on Talking That Talk. He worked on Fake with the Dog Pound. In 2007, he worked with two groups, namely Chopper City Boys and Shop Boys, on the singles Make Him Mad and They Like Me respectively. In 2008, David Banner worked with Lil Wayne on the song Lala and Monster.
I think, you never know because things change every day. I think I got the next single. It's called Lil Tunchi. So I'm really excited about that. I definitely know I got one on the Carter. Just very excited about that opportunity and just for us to do it again. And that's where Wayne is where I earned my first Grammy.
He also worked with Maroon 5 on the song Wake Up Call. Then from 2009 to 2015, he worked on too many songs to mention. The man was clearly in his element. Now around 2015, he slowed down when it came to producing music, and in 2016, he wound up suing Cash Money. In the midst of the Lil Wayne vs. Birdman beef, David jumped on the bandwagon and claimed Cash Money owed him for the work he did on We Are Young Money and The Carter 3. For those of you keeping track, those songs were Street Is Watching, Lala and Monster respectively. In the hearing, the judge ordered Young Money pay Banner $164,000. Now while David was off conquering the world of music and showing the world his humanitarian side, his business mind kept working. The more he was doing, the more he was making. So he decided to try his hand at acting. This turned out to be an amazing career choice as David was a natural. And around 2015, he devoted himself to acting. His first try at acting was a voiceover role for Cartoon Network. The series wound up being an Adult Swim cartoon titled That Crooked Sip, a story about a very old-fashioned Caucasian family who were stuck in their old, outdated ways. Unfortunately, despite a second episode being produced and the series being greenlit for a full season, the show was cancelled. Now, David had been acting since the 2000s. From 2006 to 2021, David made multiple appearances on film and TV. He appeared in a lot of direct-to-DVD movies, including Days of Wrath, The Experiment, The Confidant, and Stomp the Yard: Homecoming. 2014 saw him in roles like Ride Along, Flight 7500, while 2017 to 2018 saw him appear in the series Saints and Sinners.
You see anything that fits?
I'm not sure I'm qualified for any of this.
Well, we have a lot of training programs here, right?
In 2018, he acted in the film Never Heard on Netflix, while 2019 to 2020 saw him appear in Empire.
You were right. He was Lucius.
Most recently, he appeared in 2021's Saints and Sinners: Judgment Day. So at this point, the biggest question on everyone's mind is, where is the beef? Well, the thing is, David Banner never really retaliates. He got close to a real beef around 2012 after he released a song called Swag.
We call it swag, swag, swag. I am no pre.
In the song, he criticized the dismissal of behaviors that were becoming too common in rap at the time, with the lyrics. The homies is busting slugs, the woman is shaking it. The white girls call us, and we just sit back and laugh and call it swag. Now, two artists took major offense to the song because they thought Banner was taking subliminal shots. The first was Lil B, who felt like Banner was attacking him over the use of the word swag, and also proceeded to release the diss track I Own Swag.
You know I'm more famous than you.
Either way, David did not respond to this one-sided beef. Instead, he spoke to Lil B on the phone. Just got off the phone with the real Banner, and real talk, I learned a lot. And just know I rocks with Banner off the top and we got swag. Now the second artist to take offense to swag was FemCV Nasty. This was because she was obviously a white rapper, one who used the N-word fairly regularly, and many argued that there was a lookalike of her in Banner's video. Nasty responded with her own verse on Food Plug, in which she raps.
Me on board the Chris, but he came straight from Gwinnett. Made so much chop yesterday.
Got more bricks than houses in Atlanta. Damn, how a white more hood than David Banner. Now David did not respond to V Nasty on wax. Instead, he responded in an interview. What I realize as black people is we have to stop letting people play our culture like that. See, it's not up to me to feel a certain way. I feel bad for the people that allow other people to do this to our culture. I shouldn't have said anything. This should be handled. Now clearly, David Banner was not about beef and was more about bringing people together. I don't think rap should be too much of anything. I don't think we should all come together and sing Kumbaya. And I don't think we should be beefing. Now that's the story of David Banner, an amazing man of many talents that changed and redirected his career when he thought he was growing beyond it. He's also very business-minded and a humanitarian. And if you actually listen to him talk, you can tell that he actually cares about the black community. Today, David is still technically active in all of his careers. He's clearly a family man, although he does not display it all on his Instagram. On Spotify, he has about 890,000 monthly listeners, and his most listened to songs are Get Like Me, Like a Pimp, Play, 9mm, and Cadillac on 22s. Most recently, he dropped the single Swinging, his first single in about 2 years.
Double cup, sipping Texas tea. I'm on muddy water while I drink and drive. Coming down in Houston, smoking California, fuck 12 like I did a crime.
And I really honestly don't think our people do me the way that they should. I really think cause this music ain't really what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be a scientist or amazing. The shit that black care about means nothing in the bigger sense of the universe. A motherfucker bouncing a basketball don't mean nothing. You know, unless you take that, you know, like what Muhammad Ali did, you know, hitting the motherfucker across the head with your fist don't mean shit. But what he took and what he did with that could change the world, you know? And we're the most oppressed people on this planet, but we talk about basketball, football, rap more than anybody else. You know, that's the kind of that I care about. You know, that's really the that I care about. And it's crazy because I can do all the rest of it really well. And even my staff tell me I spend too much time talking about us. You know, one of my staff members told me, he was like, Banner, you a businessman, a very successful businessman. You one of the top marketers in the game. People don't give you credit for your marketing, but like a lot of people do, they took from me.
That's it for me, it's your boy Ali. What happened to David Banner in your opinion? Let me know down below. Video requests, be sure to let me know down below as well. New What Happened 2 video dropping soon. Also add me on Instagram at Ali Talks Music. Till next time, peace.